as she made her way to work on foot. "You haven't broken anything, so I know you're fine." Mim leaned on the counter. "Gray, gray, cold, hateful." 4 degrees Fahrenheit last night? Miranda, passionate gardener that she was, kept close watch on the weather. It must have been colder at Dulmally. She mentioned the name of Mim's estate just outside of town. As some of Mim's ancestors fled to America from Scotland, they named their farm Dulmally, a remembrance of heather and home. Below 0. Mim strolled over to her postbox, took out her key, the brass lock clicking as she turned the key. Curious, Mrs. Murphy dropped off the windowsill, jumped onto the wooden counter, then nimbly stepped off the counter onto the ledge that ran behind the post boxes, dividing the upper boxes from the larger, lower boxes. She enjoyed peering in the boxes. If a day dragged on, she might reach in, shuffle some mail, or even bite the corners. Today she noticed that Susan Tucker's mailbox had Cracker Jacks stuck on the bottom of it. Mim's gloved hand, a luscious, soft turquoise suede, reached into her box. Murphy couldn't help herself. She peered down, then took both paws and grabbed Mim's hand, no claws. "Mrs. Murphy, let me have my mail." Mim bent down to see 2 beautiful green eyes staring back at her. "Give me your glove. I love the smell of the suede." "Harry, your cat won't let me go." Harry walked over, slipped her fingers into the mailbox, and disengaged Murphy's paws. "Murphy, not everyone in Crozet thinks you're adorable." "Thank you." Pewter's voice rose up from the canvas mail cart. Harry gently placed her tiger on the counter again. A pretty woman, young and fit, she stroked the cat. Miranda checked the bookshelves for cartons. "Mim, got a package here for you. Looks like your coffee." Mim belonged to a coffee club, receiving special beans from various world-famous cafes once a month. "Good." She stood at the counter sorting her mail. She removed one exquisite glove and slit open envelopes with her thumbnail, a habit Harry envied, since her own nails were worn down from farm work. The older, elegant woman opened a white envelope, read a few sentences, then tossed the letter and envelope in the trash. "Another chain letter. I just hate them, and I wish there'd be a law against them. They're all pyramid schemes. This one wants you to send $5 to Crozet Hospital's Indigent Patients Fund, and then send out 20 copies of the letter. I just want to know who put my name on the list." Harry flipped up the divider, walked over to the wastebasket, and fished out the offending letter. "Sister Sophonisba will bring you good fortune." She scanned the rest of it. There is no list of names. All it says is to pass this on to 20 other people, if you wish. Harry's voice filled the room. "Send $5 to Crozet Hospital's Indigent Patients Fund, or your microwave will die." It doesn't really say that, does it? Miranda thought Harry was teasing her, but then again... Nah. Harry flashed her crooked grin. "Very funny." Mim reached for her letter again, which Harry handed to her. "Usually there's a list of names, and the top one gets money. You know, your name works its way to the top of the list." She reread the letter, then guffawed. "Here's the part that always kills me about these things." She read aloud. "Mark Lentil sent $5 and the good Lord rewarded him with a promotion at work. Jerry Tensley threw this letter in the trash and had a car wreck 3 days later." Mim peered over the letter. "I seem to recall Jerry's wreck, and I seem to recall he was liberally pickled in vodka. If he dies, he'll come back as a rancid potato." Harry laughed. "I guess he has to get rid of that old Camry somehow, so he decided to wreck it." "Harry," Miranda reprimanded her. Well, I like your death threat to microwaves. Mim handed the letter over the worn counter to Harry, who tossed it back into the wastebasket, applauding herself for the basket. 2 points. Harry smiled. Seems to be local. The references are local. None of this Harold P. Beecher of Davenport, Iowa, won the lottery, Mim said. Well, girls, you know things are slow around here if we've wasted this much time on a chain letter. The February blahs. Harry stuck her tongue out. Ever notice that humans' tongues aren't as pink as ours? Tucker, the corgi, cocked her head, sticking her own tongue out. They are what they are, came the sepulchral voice from the mail bin. Oh, that's profound, Putes. Mrs. Murphy giggled. The sage of Crozet has spoken, Pewter again rumbled, making her kitty voice deeper. Well, I don't know a thing. What about you two? Ma'am, we thought you knew everything. You're the... Harry stopped for a second because the Queen of Crozet dangled on the tip of her tongue, which was what they called Mim behind her back. Leader of the pack. At least you didn't say laundromat. Mim referred to a popular song from the 60s, before Harry's time. How's Jim? Miranda inquired after Mim's husband. Busy. Marilyn? Miranda now asked about Mim's daughter, Harry's age, late 30s. The same, which is to say she has no purpose in this life, no beau, and she exists simply to contradict me. As for my son, since you're moving through the family, he and his wife are still in New York. No grandchildren in sight. What's the matter with your generation, Harry? We were settled down by the time we were 30. Harry shrugged. We have more choices. Now, what's that supposed to mean? Mim put her hands on her slender hips. All it means is you're more self-indulgent. I don't mind women getting an education. I received a splendid education, but I knew my duty lay in marrying and producing children, and raising them to be good people. Miranda deftly deflected the conversation. Don't look now, but Dr. Bruce Buxton is flat on his back coasting down Main Street. Ha! Mim ran to the window, as did Mrs. Murphy and Tucker. I hope he's black and blue from head to toe. Bruce spun around, finally grabbing onto a no parking sign. Breathing heavily, he pulled himself up, but his feet insisted in traveling in opposite directions. Finally steadied, he half slid, half skated in the direction of the post office. Here he comes, Mim laughed. Pompous as ever, although he is handsome, I'll give him that. Dr. Bruce Buxton stamped his feet on the post office steps, then pushed the door open. Before he could speak, Mim dryly remarked, I give you a 9.4, as she breezed past him, waving goodbye to Harry and Miranda. Supercilious snot, he said only after the door closed, because it wouldn't do to cross Mim publicly. Even Bruce Buxton, a star knee specialist at Crozet Hospital, knew better than to offend the diva, as he called her. Well, Dr. Buxton, I gave you points for distance. Mim gave you points for artistic expression. Harry laughed out loud. Bruce, in his late 30s and single, couldn't resist a pretty woman, so he laughed at himself as well. I did cover ground. If it gets worse, I'm wearing my golf spikes. Good idea. Harry smiled as he opened his mailbox. Bills. More bills. He opened a white envelope, then chucked it. Junk. Wouldn't be a letter from Sister Sophonisba, would it? Harry asked. Sister somebody. Chain letter. Mim got one, too. I didn't. Harry laughed at herself. I miss all the good stuff. Say, how is Isabel Odie? Harry was interested in the gifted forward for the University of Virginia's basketball team.